Hi guys, Paul here from PABrewNews. Got a beer here from the Forest and Main Brewing Company from Ambler, PA. A PABrewNews from a brewery I've never had nor really ever heard of. Now apparently they're a little bit hyped because this was 21 of the American dollars, almost 22 of the American dollars, and they did have another stout there that was like $6.99 a can. But it was more like a 5% regular stout. Those prices, take that with a pinch of grain, a bag of salt if you were, or however you want to do it, because certain places I know charge a little bit more higher price for certain things for some reason, and I don't know why. So I don't know the normal price of Forest and Main in other available areas. This one intrigued me enough to put the money down. I hope it's very good, and if it is good, I'd like to seek this out in the future, maybe at other places, or to hear what you guys have an opinion on this beer or the price availability in your area. So anyway, this is Reflections of Reality, barrel-aged barley wine, 12% alcohol by volume, and again, from Forest and Main Brewing Company, 241 North Main Street, Ambler, Pennsylvania, 19002, forestandmain.com. So here it is. Here's the artwork for it. And this is more of an English-style barley wine, and again, that's one of the reasons why I gravitated towards this immediately, because right here it says crystal malts, Maris Otter, English, and American hops. Now, I don't know what kind of American hops they did. Like, I would like this North Kent Goldings or East Goldings, Styrian, Fuggles, and call it a day. Even Willamette, maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe that's the kind of American one they're using, is like a more like a Willamette kind of thing. So I don't know. You just don't know. And this is a barrel-aged beer as well, and it was barrel-aged in Heaven Hill bourbon barrels for 11 months prior to bottling. So that's cool too. That it's really actually cool that they give you the barrel information too. Sometimes these beers don't. So it is actually interesting to see, especially if you're a big Heaven Hill fan, try to pull that out of there. Beers do tend to thin out in the bottling process or in the barrel aging process, so I don't expect this to be the thickest beer in the world. I actually do hope it is still on that kind of low side of a full body, but we won't know until we get into the beer. So many preconceptions and notions going on right now, and I should just let them all go away, and let's check this beer out. Now, this is bottled here in 11/9/23, so this is, less than 2 months old. This is a fresh melon, so it might be a little bit on the boozy side. Let's see if this beer has any kind of interesting characters and maybe even telltale signs of it being a nice aging beer as far as changing and molding and developing with time. So let's check it out. No joke, looking forward to this beer. It's rare to... I mean, the more beers you have and stuff like that, sometimes you don't get as excited for beers or just overall. And I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to try this one. I hope it's fucking awesome. You know what I mean? So, and it's wax capped. It just gets you that like extra bit of excitement. They took the time to wax cap it. So let's do it. Nice. It has a nice mahogany, amber, chestnut hue to it. A little bit of a ruby character we're often through there, little burnt caramels. Just looks the part of a nice English barley wine for sure. Oh, that crystal malt and the Maris Otter, they're giving that a nice little toasty color. So nice alcohol legs sticking, almost like sheets, blanket, comforter set of alcohol legs. Nice, ready to tuck me in because this will be the last beer for night probably. And overall, head's okay. Protein's trying to stick to the side of the glass. A little bit of lacing trying to form. Let's get into it. Let's get the aroma, shall we? Cheers. Okay, that's nice. Okay. Definitely got a brown bread vibe immediately. Brown bread, you definitely got burnt caramel, treacle, molasses. You have that kind of charry, peppery bourbon from that Heaven Hill. The beer, to me, though, is shining through the barrel, which is a very nice characteristic. It's not all barrel. There's a lot of just rich, almost a bit of hint of fig raisin kind of wafting through there, mixing with that burnt caramel, burnt sugars, treacle molasses vibe, that brown bread coming through there, even though there is a nice tannic note from that barrel, that nice char smoke. A lot of caramel peppery bourbon, a little bit of nutty quality as well from that barrel. Walnut husk, things like this. On point so far with smell. Let's get to the taste. Cheers. Bit thinned out during the aging process a bit. Now on that high side of a medium, almost tapering into the low side of a full, but not quite. Nice little pillowiness to the beer. Definitely has a beautiful oily quality that lets a lot of those characteristics linger. Very tasty beer. Has a lot of burnt caramels, treacle molasses, on point with the nose. Definitely a savory beer. Has a nice little brown bread quality, tonality, mixing it with a little earthiness, a little pepperiness. Copper coin almost in the background. Earthy. I am kind of interested to see what American hops they used in this beer, because it has a definite nice earthiness, earthy quality to it. It has that copper coin tonality to a T, mixing it with that earthiness, that fuggle almost quality. Sometimes when I get a good fuggle beer, I almost get like that potato peelings, you know, and that kind of thing. It sounds bad, but it's pretty nice. But this is really well done. Nice beer. I think the fact that it's just, there's so much that tannic char kind of vibe from the barrel, mixed out nuttiness, it blends with that hops, the hops that they put in this beer that gives you that beautiful earthiness, a little of that minerality in the back. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, this is a really nice beer. I'd definitely buy this again. I'd prefer to find it under $22. I would like to may see this in the 18 category. It's only 16 fluid ounces too, I believe, so that's a little bit, if it was a 750, maybe it was a different story, but I believe this is only a 16 ounce bottle. So if I could find this in a bigger bottle or a little bit less in the price point, this would be definitely something I would buy a couple of and just really age and just check it out, because this definitely, it has all the hallmarks so far, from what I can tell, of a great English barley wine that will improve with age. There is a booziness to this beer, but it's not overwhelming. A little warming right here. That 12% is pretty much cohesive with the rest of the beer. It's not laboring, hindering the drinkability at all. It is really well, nicely carbonated, a very soft, subtle carbonation. It's not dead. It goes through really smooth, not too spritzy. Lacing's nice. There's a nice little lacing. The alcohol legs still are sticking around. Now that I do this, I can still see that more of those proteins sticking to the side of the glass, kind of indicative of that like nice oiliness too. Yeah. Let's put the rest in. All right, there's some sediment in there, so hopefully that's the hallmarks of a nice bottle-aged beer. So see this, if this gets older and older and older, it's gonna start changing and start developing and get better and better. Almost a bit of vanilla, bordering on not butterscotch, but a Werther's Original vibe. There's a vanilla kind of character coming from that barrel, and that little nice, beautiful caramel, and almost get that Werther's Original vibe in the back of the palate. Overall, super impressed by this beer. Forest and Maine knocked it out of the park. Really great beer. Reflections of Reality, barrel-aged barley wine. Man, this is really good. This is really, really good. This is a really good beer. So I'm going to give it a 9.5. It's almost New Year's. What a great way. This is one of the best beers I've had this year, and what a great time to close it out. I didn't have one, so There you go. Forest and Maine. Bravo. It's been Paul for PABrewNews. Cheers. Oh yeah, I'm gonna sip on this and enjoy it. You have a great time. Bye bye. Cheers. Watch that finger. Here it comes.